guess to start off, how was practice tonight?
Physical. That's the word I can use. It was very, very physical practice today. Guys were really getting after it, and I actually had to pull off something because the guys were being so physical, and that's a good sign, I think. I'd rather say woe than sickle. Those guys were getting after it today. So I thought the word for today, from special teams to offense and defense, when we did crossover, was very physical.
So, did you feel lonely in the booth last week with Phillip down on the field? You're the only coach up there, right?
No. Pretty much, yeah. I just thought about it. And a bunch of GAs. I actually got sick right before kickoff, and I didn't make the kickoff.
Really?
No, I was in the men's room. I was actually in there, and I heard the crowd, and I asked somebody on the other side over there, "Are we kicking off or receiving?" He said, "We're kicking off." I said, "I got a few extra minutes." That's a true statement. When I got back to the press box, we were receiving the punt.
You mentioned halfback screens and stuff like that. I think Ontario's already got more catches this year than he had all last year. I mean, was that kind of the plan coming in to get him more involved in that pass game?
Well, last year Mario Fannin was our third down back, and this year Ontario has embraced that role, and he worked really hard in the off season on his hands. They've gone from average to above average. He worked really hard with Coach Troop and some of his drills, and that's what he needs to do for us. He needs to, because he's a threat out in the open field, and he needs to be able to do that for us. And we impressed that upon him this spring, and I'm excited, what he can add to our football team, from a receiving standpoint.
How did you guys play against State?
Thought they played very well. I was pleased. Chris Davis had as fine a game as I've coached some pretty good corners here. It's about as fine a game as I've seen. As far as the hustle, getting after it, y'all probably know more about it than me. I look at the technique and the toughness and all those type things, and whether you're hitting people, tackling. But he come off man to man several times and make tackles that's back inside, just because he was able to control the guy at the line of scrimmage. So he did some very good things. Is he there yet? No, and I'll tell him that, and he understands our goals and what we want to do. But had a very fine football game, and he's really coming on as a football player.
What does that say about a sophomore that you're saying he's had one of the better games that you've had?
Yeah, I've had some pretty good ones here. Carlos Rogers, and several of them in the pros now with the Patrick Lees. Gerards, we've had some good ones. The Irons, go on and on and on. Will Heights, but he, as far as man to man, I don't think he gave up a catch the other night. That's pretty hard to do.
Like how that new lineup worked on Saturday?
Yeah, I think it helped us, and we felt like in a couple ways it helped us. Brandon is more comfortable on the right side, and he's a more natural right tackle. We're a little bit more of a right-handed running team, and so I think it gives us a little bit more of a strength. And we also felt like we're really pretty thin inside at center and guard. So getting Chad, developing him as an inside guy now gives us a little bit more depth and competition there. So I think we've got people in better positions in terms of being in the spot that could best help us, but also it was somewhat due to the fact that we just know how thin we are inside. We had to get some more help in there. That was part of it with Chad.